Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Hannah. I'm a recovering millennial girl boss and I have been fully converted from the traditional way of setting goals and New Year's resolutions at the beginning of the year to doing a bingo card. I did my first bingo card halfway through last year and we're doing our 2026 one in February because we don't need to do it in January at the start of the year. January is just the warm-up month. That's my feelings about January. But now that we're properly into the year and all of the pressures of goals and resolutions has mostly dissipated, we can really check in with ourselves about what's actually important to us rather than this idealized version of ourselves that doesn't exist because we're perfect the way that we are. I am enough. So in this video, I want to take you through my bingo card for 2026, and I've got 3 different categories: work, personal, and wild card. Mysterious. But first, why is a bingo card superior to a traditional goals list? Well. On the bingo card, the aim of the game is not to get everything. In traditional bingo, you're really just looking for a row, a column, maybe a diagonal, and you don't have to catch them all. That's not the point. I also love about the bingo card is that it kind of gamifies it a bit. It takes off the pressure and you can have a little bit more relaxed fun with it. The other thing that I like about this is that I'm not just thinking about goals that I have, of things that I want to do. I'm thinking of things that might happen. And that's where we get into my wildcard category, because I don't know what 2026 has in store for me. I've got dreams, I've got some plans, but I can't predict the future, and most things are completely out of my control. And so that's where I like to use the bingo card for things that are kind of a bit out of my control and may happen, may not happen, may not be even things that are on my radar, but I'm just gonna stick it on the bingo card for fun and be like, who knows? Who knows? So that's why I'm really loving the goals bingo card at the moment. And I'm gonna be running a creative goal setting bingo card making co-working session on Tuesday, the 17th of February at 12 p.m. GMT. This is a free session, a very loose workshop. It's going to be an hour long, and most of that hour is us just going to be all working on our bingo cards together. But at the beginning, I will set you up with some prompts to think about what you might want to put on your bingo card. And at the end, we'll have a little share-a-roo. It is a free session, so we are capping the number of attendees at 100. And I know there was some confusion about this last time when we did the homestretch goals workshop. And so the way that it works is that when you enter the Zoom, so sign up, link in the description, there is a Zoom event, make sure you register, and then join the waiting room, and essentially people will get let in to the session in the order in which they showed up to the waiting room. That's just how it works on Zoom. It is a first come, first serve. Once 100 people are in the door, then that's it. No more people can get in. The reason why we do this is because 1, it's free, and 2, it just makes it more manageable for me and Moog to run. Maybe in the future we'll do bigger things, but we just don't have the capacity to plan, organize, and pull off that kind of thing yet, especially with me being in IVF treatment. So that's the situation. Info below. Bring your own art materials, whatever you want to make your bingo card with, and your bingo card doesn't have to be like a 2026 goals one. I'm obviously going to show you my goals one now, but during the session, I'm planning on making a books that I want to read bingo card. So you can have a specific theme bingo card or a more general one, places I want to visit, recipes that I want to cook, whatever you want it to be. And during the session, I'll also provide more prompts and examples, but yes, bring your own art supplies. Tuesday, the 17th of February, 12 p.m. GMT. Also bring your own pancakes because it is pancake day. And final thing before I show you what is on my bingo card, I want to thank this video sponsor, Squarespace. Whether you're just starting out in the freelance world or you're a small business owner, Squarespace makes it super easy to create your own beautiful website, engage your audience, and sell anything from physical and digital products to courses and even your time, all in one place and all on your terms. I've been using Squarespace for years for my professional websites and all my various projects that I've had. It's so easy to use. They have tons of beautiful, professional traditional website templates that are really flexible. You can make them do pretty much anything you want, and you just pick the one that suits your purposes best, and then you can customize it with all of your own content and assets, your branding, your colors, your fonts. You can add all sorts of different features to meet whatever your specific needs are, and all of the templates work seamlessly across multiple devices. And if you want to get a little bit fancy with your website design, Squarespace has loads of visual design tools. They have a huge suite of effects that are built in and ready to go on any Squarespace website to create a really engaging experience for anyone who visits your website. And there are loads of different options to fit whatever your brand, purpose, or business. If you have an online store, then Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments. Onboarding is really simple, and there are loads of different options for how your customers can pay. And if you have more of a service-based business, then Squarespace Invoicing can help you manage clients and keep track of invoices all in one place. So if you are in need of a website, then head to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you are ready to launch it into the world, you can go to squarespace.com/morehannah to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Okay, it's bingo card time. Ba, ba, ba. I'm very excited. I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm also very excited to have some more fun making my books of 2026 bingo card with some of you guys. We're just gonna jump right in. We're just gonna do this. First, I have got darn a pair of socks. I'm really setting my sights low here, just one pair. Originally, this goal was like learn basic mending, but that just felt too broad. But I have a pair of socks that has a hole in. Dan has many pairs of socks with a hole in. If I just darn one pair of socks by the end of this year, I'll be a happy girl. Also, green. Green is our color for personal goals. And as you can see, I've cut these out separately. They're on blue tack. On the other side is a star. There we go. So when I do the things, I can flip them around, and then I'll just have a bingo card full of stars. Next we have become a qualified coach. Guess who officially signed up to do a coaching course starting in March? I did it, guys. Only a year and a half of thinking about it, dilly-dallying, umming and ahhing. I fucking made the financial commitment. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And so yes, blue is our work color. And now, pink, wild card, get pregnant. She was on the bingo card for last year. She's on the bingo card again. Is it gonna happen? I fucking hope so. Paying lots of money to try and make it happen. Nothing more to say about that. Next up, it's Cell Notion templates. She's here again, she's here again. But here's the thing. I have actually recently, as in this morning, opened up an email that puts a bit of a spanner in the works of this. And it's really boring because it's all to do with digital sales tax and the EU, because the UK is no longer in the EU. And it makes things so complicated and so expensive. And so I have signed up to the waiting list to be able to sell directly on Notion's marketplace of templates. If I'm able to do that, if I get off the waiting list, then Notion deal with all of that. They deal with all of the tax stuff. So I'm thinking I just sit back, relax, and wait to see and let the Notion gods decide if or when this happens. Next up, Phil Sketchbook. Ooh, this is a new thing. This is exciting. I know. So one of the things that I wanted to do this year was learn to draw, which again feels vague, like with the learn basic mending. Learn to draw, too vague. So I got myself a sketchbook. It's not really a sketchbook. I don't think it's got like proper art paper in it, but I found this notebook and I thought it was pretty. And I decided it would be my sketchbook. And then I found this January sketchbook challenge. Susan Yates, I think, is the artist illustrator who runs it. And it's been daily prompts all throughout January. Every day there's also a guest artist who's done like a little mini tutorial, like usually around like 10 minutes or less. And I've been filling up my notebook. Have I been taking the prompts and going my own way with them? No, I have not, because that is not in my wheelhouse. But what I have been doing is enjoying following the tutorials. Spoiler alert, I'm filming this still in January. We've got some grass, we've got a shell, some stationery, a flower, some ice cream, some more things. There's some more things here covering my child's face in my collage, a pot of flowers and some seaweed. Look at that. If you are interested, because by the time this is coming out, it'll be February, and so the January challenge will at least be done. But then yes, my goal for 2026 is to like fill this whole thing then with my own drawing, sketches, doodles, like whatever it may be. But this January challenge is just to like get me started. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying like the tutorials because it's giving me lots of ideas, especially like how to use watercolor. But if you're interested, I might do a little exclusive Patreon video where I just like show you the whole sketchbook so far, or at least the January challenge sketches. But there we go. Fill my sketchbook by the end of the year. Read 50 books. Self-explanatory, read 50 books. Ooh, Creator Talks newsletter revamp. So when we started the Creator Talks newsletter, I always knew that Creator Talks was a placeholder name. Obviously, I've now got the trademark for Creatorful, and so I want to do something around that. And I'm also currently experimenting with like a new format for the newsletter, which I'm enjoying a lot more and finding a lot easier to write. So currently I'm just experimenting with this, but at some point this year I want to do like an actual like, here's the new name and this is what it is. But right now it's just plodding along and I'm experimenting and trying new things with it. Host 8 coffee mornings. So not monthly, not every month, but I picked 8. 8 felt good. Also, I've been receiving so many DMs recently from people saying that they've been inspired by my hosting coffee mornings and been hosting their own coffee mornings. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I'm such an influencer now. No, it makes me really happy to see that everyone's like creating their own communities and doing their own coffee mornings. Okay, another wild card, move house. I put this in the wild card because we are not planning on moving house this year. Our fixed rate on our mortgage is up at some point this year, but me and Dan have said, no, we'll just like renew it or like get another fixed rate, whatever. I'm not planning on moving this year, but I put it as a wild card because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. Weekly voice notes on Patreon. This is a new thing I wanted to start. I wanted to like have some exclusive audio content on Patreon that was really like casual and fun. And so I've been doing a couple of voice notes on Patreon. It's not quite been weekly yet because I'm like easing into it. And yes, don't want to be putting too much on my plate right now, but maybe by the end of the year, we'll be in a weekly swing with it. Another wild card, get a real job. Again, not currently looking for a real job, don't currently want a real job, but you never know. You never know. Also, what I do is a real job. Sunny holiday. We have in fact booked a holiday to Italy. My granny is living in Italy, in Tuscany, for 2.5 months, learning Italian, living her best life. And we're gonna go out and visit her and stay with her for a little bit. So that's our hopefully sunny holiday. Tuscany in May? Yeah. And also potentially going to the south of France again in the summer. Back to the same place where we went, where there's the restaurant that had the dick soap, where I did the video that went incredibly viral. So I'm gonna have to visit that restaurant again. Judge a book awards. I put this one in work, but it maybe could also be a wild card because I don't know. I judged 2 book awards last year and I had a great time and I would love to do it again. We shall see. Will the bookseller gods look kindly upon me and be like, hey, do you want to be a judge again? And will I be in a state physically, mentally, emotionally to be able to go, yes, we shall see. Do the hallway. Do what to the hallway exactly? Not sure. Paint, storage, do it. Just do the hallway. Will that happen in 2026? I don't know. It's a bingo card. Learn tarot. Tarot is something that has fascinated me for a while, and I'm not a woo person. I bought myself this gorgeous tarot deck in like, I think 2020. And then I didn't use it and I gave it to my friend and sister-in-law and video editor, Beth. And she used it and held on to it for me for a while. And then I was like, Beth, can I have it back, please? I'm feeling the call. I'm feeling the call. So I'm not very woo and spiritual about tarot. But here's the thing that I do love about it. For me, it's more about when you have a reading and someone's telling you the meaning of the cards that are coming up, it's about your interpretation of it. It's what you're projecting onto the cards, like what comes to mind when someone's saying those things. And that to me is the telling thing, not necessarily like what the cards are saying, but what the cards make you think, like what is coming to mind. That's what I find interesting and useful. The other thing that I really love about tarot is the social aspect of it. So I don't have to be an expert, I don't have to be a professional, in fact, I don't want to be, but I love as a hobbyist being able to do readings for friends or friends do readings for me. And that has happened, like just like gathering with friends and like doing readings for each other or pulling cards. And it's just like a fun, silly thing to do. It adds a little bit of like structured, organized fun to a gathering. And it also allows for connections and conversations to go a little bit deeper than they would. They kind of give you permission to open up a little bit more than if you were just doing a regular catch up without some prompts, essentially. They're just prompts. So I want to learn a bit more about tarot. Currently, I just kind of like pull some cards for friends and then look up on the internet what they mean and read it out. But it's still like a really fun experience, but I just want to learn a bit more about it. That one might be a bit of a vague goal. I don't know like what would constitute me flipping it over, but we'll get there. I don't know it well enough to know what the specific goal would be, I guess. Okay, sort my back out. My back has been my nemesis for 13, almost 14 years. I crack my back constantly and I crack my neck constantly. Everything is stiff and crunchy. I like fully twist my back to like crack my spine. It's terrible. I've been to a physio before, but years and years ago, but I've never been able to stick to a habit that is like, do these 10-minute stretches or exercise like 3 times a day. I know that that isn't like a lot of time, but for some reason, those like small adjustments that physios ask for, I find really difficult to find a system that actually makes me do it. So this year, I really want to work on, one, knowing what to do, but then also creating the system that means that I will actually fucking do it. There are 2 things that have brought this to a head for me of like, this is the year I need to fucking sort my body out. One is my hips, actually. It's a whole new problem. From doing a lot of co-sleeping, side-lying breastfeeding, something happened in my hip. It's really tense. It's really sore. It really hurts to lie down on my left-hand side. And I like can't lie on my left-hand side anymore. And so I've been lying on my back and on my right-hand side. Guess what? My right-hand side is now hurting. And so now I can only lie on my back. If you know anything about pregnancy, and I obviously want to get pregnant this year, in the later stages of pregnancy, you can't lie on your back. It's risky. You can't lie on your back. You have to lie on your side, ideally your left side, which is the one that hurts the most. So I need to sort it out. I need to fucking sort it out. And then the other thing that means that like now is the time, although this is maybe a bit too late and I'm just gonna have to suffer through it, is that I've been told whilst I'm on my IVF medication, like all of the injections and the hormones, my ovaries are going to be blowing up. This will probably all have happened by the time you're watching this, but this is in my future. I can't do any exercise. I can't like run. I can't jiggle and jump. I can't twist. I've been told I'm not allowed to twist. And I showed the nurse what I do. I was like, I crack my back a lot and this is what I do. And she was like, you don't want to like twist your ovaries inside you. I am dreading this. I think this is like the thing that I'm most scared about. So I need to fucking sort my back out because, I mean, it's a bit too late now to like sort the back cracking. I'm just gonna have to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. But it has made it clear to me that this is a problem because the nurse was genuinely shocked when I showed her what I do. She was like, how many times a day do you do that? I was like, multiple times an hour. So not great. New short form series. I still want to do more little wins when they come up, but I have another idea for a short form series that is more collaborative. And that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Do a mini cryptic crossword. So originally I put this down as like do an entire cryptic crossword, but that goal seems too big. I've been doing daily minute cryptics, but most of the time I need help from the hints. And anytime I look at a cryptic crossword on The Guardian or the Metro or any newspaper, I'm like, I have no idea. I need the hints, or the minute cryptic is easier. I don't know. But I have been loving getting into my cryptic crosswords, as I wrote in last month's newsletter. And by the end of the year, I want to have done a whole mini one by myself, no hints. Run one in-person workshop. Just one in-person workshop. I've got a whole 12 months to pull it off. What's it gonna be? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I just want to do it, treat it as an experiment. I kind of want it to be on this theme of like crafting to sort out your life, because I like that as like a theme of things that I do around here. Okay, another wild card. Write a book. Do I want to write a book? No, I do not. But it is a question that I get asked quite a lot because I am an author. I've written 2 books. My first book is 9 years old this year. What the fuck? That's wild. Oh my God, next year should we do like some wild 10-year anniversary of doing it thing? Anyway, that's crazy. I don't want to write another book. People ask me about it. It's a wild card. You never know. But I don't feel like I've got another book in me, at least right now. Patreon strategy group course. This is something that I do want to actively be working on right now at the beginning of the year. So it's on there. It's on there. I want to do it. I want to run 1, maybe 2 Patreon strategy group courses this year. Another wild card. Travel to the USA. I know. Crazy with the state of that country right now. Why would I want to go there? Good question. I don't want to go there right now. But I'm putting it on there as a wild card because I haven't been to the US since February 2020 when I went to Disney World. But pre-pandemic and pre-baby, I would go to the US for work like 2, 3, 4 times a year. I was back and forth from there a lot. And so it's really interesting to me that I've not been there in 6 years. 6 years. You just never know. Maybe something will call me over there work-wise, but it's just unlikely. But I've just put it as a wild card because I just find it wild that I've not been to the US in 6 years when I used to go so often. Move Between the Sheets newsletter to Patreon. This is another one that I'm like waiting on the platform for a thing. Once Patreon allows me to import all of those contacts over, it's happening. It's happening, guys. But for now, Between the Sheets still lives on Substack. You can subscribe for my free monthly newsletter. And when it does eventually move over to Patreon, it will still be free. Don't you worry, it's still gonna be a free newsletter. It's just gonna be on a different platform and you don't have to do anything. I currently don't have to do anything because it's impossible to currently do it. Poker night with friends. I have been craving a poker night for I don't know how long, but the opportunity has arrived. Our child is going to be away at his grandparents'. It's going to be my birthday and I'm hosting a poker night for my birthday. And we're going to have the whole evening because we don't have to worry about getting the child to bed first before we can start playing poker. So that one is happening, but I just wanted to put it on there. Maybe I'll do more. Maybe I'll make a punch card of poker nights with friends and there'll be multiple. But realistically, you can only really do them if Rowan's not here. And finally, hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. I think we're about 1,500 away. I am hopeful that it'll happen this year. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It is entirely a vanity metric. I just want the nice big round number. I want the silver plaque from YouTube. That's it, really. I do think with a little bit of me mentioning it more, it might happen this year, but like I have to actually push for it rather than just wait and see if it will happen. But I do think that 2026 is the year that it is a possibility of 100K. But there we have it. There is my 2026 bingo card. You can see the distribution of personal work and wildcard goals. I feel really good about this. I don't know where to put it, maybe on the back of a door, but love this for me. And don't forget the creative goal setting bingo card making, need to workshop that title clearly, co-working session that I'm going to be hosting on Tuesday, the 17th of February at 12 p.m. GMT. So over your lunch break, hopefully. But it's also half term, so I know for parents that might be tricky. Link in the description for more information and to sign up to that. I hope you're all doing well and I will see you in the next video. Bye!